You will struggle in spaces that God has not called you into. You will struggle in spaces where you did not even consult God. You will suffer in the spaces you took yourself into, and the enemy will take advantage of that fact. Okay? Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Faith, and here is a channel where we learn and relearn things. Feel free to comment down below and also to subscribe, share, turn on your post notifications so that you're always the first person to be notified every time that we have a good video. So there's a time I was having a meeting with my pastor, Pastor Max, Reverend Pastor Max. Right now he's a reverend, and I think it was on one of those random meetings. I can't remember if it was a meeting or it was just a normal church service, or he had called us as a team to talk to us. I cannot remember. Once I remember, maybe I will come and tell you. So he mentioned something, and in the middle of mentioning something, he said, "You'll struggle in spaces that God has not called you into. You will struggle in a job God has not even assigned to you. It will frustrate you, drain you, and the enemy will just be there, just frustrating your life." But I've always known that fact, but I don't know how many people know that, because I've grown up in a Christian family, and I've always known that if I need anything, I need to go and tell God. If I want something, I need to talk to God first about it. And most of the things that I can say that I've forfeited, or maybe I have not followed to the latter, is about relationships. If there's one of the things that has really knocked a lot of Christian ladies down, is relationships. Because here you say, you are in church, you've been single for quite some time, this guy approaches you, after approaching you, and he's asking even out for a date. You have not even asked God, should I go out on this date? I've seen people posting on their WhatsApp saying that conversation should have ended with hi, hi, that's it. Because in the long run, if you trace back, you'll find out that after saying hi, you went out on the date, the guy convinced you, started giving you money, and the only thing you could feel like you could make this guy feel better about himself was give him your body. After giving him your own body, you started feeling guilty, feeling bad about it. You started feeling like you need to push him away because you feel like you've drifted from God and all of that. It should have ended with a hey. I always know, most of the time, most of us ladies, we just feel like we can go ahead with the relationship, not consult anyone. You are in love, this person is treating you right, people know about this person and all of that, but not knowing that we are actually delaying ourselves. There are people who text you and their messages should just end at hi, hi, I hope you're good, I'm good too, should I, this. Don't be the person who is pushing the conversation even further, trying to make it look good. A lot of us ladies, me included, we've messed up by just not being discerning enough. I think that's the word. Being discerning enough to realize that somebody has said hi to me, or there's a project that somebody wants us to work with. I've also found myself in a lot of debts and in a lot of projects that were very unnecessary, that I should just have said, no, I don't think I can do this. I don't think that I can continue with this. But I never did, because I've learned my lessons. Guys, we're back here. Please, please, don't go into projects without involving God. The cost that you're going to incur, it will be on you. The cost that you're going to incur, it will cost you a lot. The rubbish that you will experience, you will ask yourself, why should I have not just stopped it? Why would I not have just said no? Why would I have just stayed in my house on that night? Why would I? All those things. So learn to involve God. You know how God talks to you. One day I will cover a video of how God talks to his people. I'll be honest with you. Nowadays, I can be chatting with someone over the phone. At first, I feel like they are a bit interested and all that, and then I tell God randomly, God, don't allow me to make another mistake again. So, why is this guy so invested in knowing about me? And after just The conversation goes on during the day and all that. Poof, the guy exposes himself. And you're like, oh, he wanted to sleep with me. And that conversation ends there. Imagine if I had not talked to God about it. Leave alone that scenario. That's just an easy scenario. There are days we have the end of year party at our job. Like today, I will do the video before I can go. So they leave alone this party. There is another party, not like a party, but they held a celebration some time back, like a month or two ago. And after my shift, because we go with shifts, after my shift, the celebration was just about to begin, so it can continue. So people are really playing games, blah blah blah. That time I was in the meeting with the MD with my fellow colleagues because he wanted to talk to us, ask us how we are doing, blah blah blah. So when he came out of the meeting, he found the rest of the people they are still celebrating and all of that. There's alcohol, there's everything, name everything. I've tasted and I've drank alcohol before. It's me trying to just explain to you like how I involved God in all this. So in the middle of the celebration and all that, I felt completely off. But I had talked to God and told God that I don't feel like being here. It's good to bond with people, but don't allow me to be here in vain. If I have to be here, let it be impactful. But if there's nothing left here for me, let me just go home. The stories that I had after I left, not about me, but the things that happened that day in the celebration and all that, I was like, oh my goodness, thank God I left. Thank God I left. So learn to tell God. God already knows, but now learn to involve Him in all that you do, and you will succeed and you will prosper. The word of the Lord tells us, before I just quit it, that seek ye first the kingdom of God first and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. Call unto me, that should be in Jeremiah. Call unto me, and I will show you things you did not know. Call to God about that man. Call to God about that relationship. Call to God about that friend of yours. Call to God about that job. He will show you things you did not know about. Okay, that's it for today's video, guys. See you in the next video. Bye.